Irish guy, and listen, France at a World Cup. I mean, you never know what they're going to do. They are very capable of imploding a tournament. Don't forget, they won the thing in 1998, and 4 years later, they didn't get out of the group. In 2006, they reached the final with Sudan. 4 years later, didn't get out of the group. And considering they had to use a handball to get there, I was pretty happy. So in Qatar, honestly, anything could happen. Oh, I just sound like a male Ellie Goulding. But I mean, has anyone seen their roster of players? I'm gonna try and squeeze down this ridiculous golden generation into my 23-man squad for the World Cup. But honestly, the talent I'm going to leave out, it's bordering on impossible. Right, let's go. Goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, Tottenham. Okay, well this one is pretty obvious. Yes, Hugo Lloris is a man so old, he's probably about 5 years off paying a live-in nurse to wipe his bum. I mean, Ozzy, remember his howler at the 2018 World Cup final against Croatia? I mean, boy is he lucky that his teammates dug him out of a hole and won the game, because if this clanger of a mistake was responsible for Croatia becoming champions of the world, I'm pretty sure this fella wouldn't be able to go out for dinner in Paris for the rest of his life. I mean, Ozzy, only a month earlier, you'd seen what happened to Loris Karius. That would have happened to Hugo too. Ozzy, if he dared to bring his wife up the Eiffel Tower after that, he'd probably have a security guard spitting on his neck and tourists smashing eggs in his hair. Listen, Lloris is a funny fish. I mean, does nobody remember when Tottenham first signed him in 2012 and then just chose to bench him until November, forcing him to play second fiddle to a Brad Friedel in his 40s? Ozzy, that man is about the same age as Pogba, and he was keeping France's #1 on the bench. I mean, were Tottenham trying to play hard to get? I mean, it's been like going on a date with a human woman and choosing to spend the entire dinner just texting your mum. But listen, Lloris, despite being 35, yeah, he'll obviously make the squad. Next, goalkeeper, Mike Maignan, AC Milan. There is a conversation to be had that Mike Maignan could be France's #1 goalie. Lad, he's at a prime age at 27. And are we forgetting, he just won back-to-back league titles with Lille and AC Milan. And lads, both clubs were the massive underdog. Ozzy, Lille are now conceding 7 at home to PSG, while AC Milan have just bought an underwhelming loaf of piss-soaked bread and Divock Origi. Lads, last season, Maignan kept loads of clean sheets. Actually, that's not true. Nah, I think the nursing home had to burn her mattress to get rid of the smell of veggie piss, but no! Mike Maignan, yeah, 20 clean sheets last season, including 6 in a row. I mean, the last 10 games of the season, the crunch part of the title race, he conceded twice. That's it. And the previous season for Lille, 23 clean sheets. I'm sorry, but that is 43 clean sheets in 2 seasons. In 2 different countries. You know what? On form, I'm gonna say it. Maignan should be France's #1. If I'm picking this team, then Lloris is on the bench. By the way, lads, just a quick word on the Football Content Awards. Lads, technically, thanks to you utter legends, I won last year's award, and the year before that too. But I didn't really feel like I did, because it was all for that previous channel, which must not be named. And I never actually got to go to the event. I didn't receive a ticket. But lads, I've never talked about it, but going solo in March was a big step. But I mean, thanks to you absolute legends who came with me, it's been incredible. And I feel now more than ever that now that I've gone solo, we're all in this together. I mean, there's no corporate companies behind. It's just me and you. And lads, can we do it? Can we do this again and snatch an award or even a nomination without being part of the previous company, which must not be named? Can we prove that yes, we can do this on our own? If I'm able to actually finally go to this award ceremony as the Irish guy, not the other channel, it would always be validation for the decision I made in March. Listen, nominations are now open. If you click on the link in the description, you can nominate for Best in Video and Best Content Creator. I'm not expecting much, but let's just see how far we can take this. You utter legends. Anyway, back into the video. Goalkeeper, Illan Melier, Leeds United. This is the season where Alphonse Areola has officially shoved his World Cup dream in a dumpster outside KFC. This is a top quality 29-year-old goalkeeper. I mean, he's already played for PSG and Real Madrid, but choosing to spend 2 consecutive seasons sitting on David Moyes' bench at West Ham, I'm guessing that right now, to Didier Deschamps, Areola is now about as appealing as a bowl of Nesquik after a pigeon pooed in it. Why didn't he just offer himself to Nottingham Forest in June? I mean, then you'd be going to the World Cup. But instead, I'm sorry, but if Illan Melier isn't on the plane to Qatar, then Deschamps. I have to question whether or not you just shoved a block of Weetabix up your nose. How many 22-year-old goalkeepers have played close to 100 Premier League games? This man is Leeds United's #1. And he's been linked with Man United this month. Although, to be fair, quitting first team football at Ellen Road to just become the French Dean Henderson, that would would be career death. But listen, yes, I know that Melier looks like someone who'll probably be trick-or-treating in 6 weeks. Yes, he looks like he's only just learned about the birds and the bees. But still, this has to be France's number 3. Right back, Benjamin Pavard, Bayern Munich. This is simple. Bayern Munich starting right back, Benjamin Pavard. A breakout star at the 2018 World Cup, but he's now a well-established, top-class 26-year-old defender. I mean, considering he spent 11 years on the books of Lille, and yet they sold him to Stuttgart after just 25 games, and for just £3 million, surely one of the most stupid pieces of transfer business ever done. I mean, that same summer, they sold Djibril Sidibe to Monaco for 3 times that amount, and he just grew up to be another chunky Everton misfit who looked like he just spent every day gorging on popcorn. But yeah, obviously, get Pavard on the plane. Right back, Jonathan Klaus Marseille. This is the golden generation of England right backs. But this is surely the worst ever period in the history of France right backs. I mean, honestly, ever since Jamie Carragher claimed that nobody wants to grow up to be a Gary Neville, oh, guess what? Suddenly, the country's got about 6 right backs better than Gary Neville. But in France, clearly nobody wants to be the next Lilian Thuram or even Matthew Debussy, because next in line is Jonathan Klaus, a 29-year-old right-wing back who just left Lens for Marseille. I mean, for the last World Cup, this guy was 25 and begging Arminia Bielefeld for a trial. I mean, he probably spent that summer stealing shoes from the homeless and just eating sandwiches out of bins. Telling Klaus in 2018 that he'd be going to the next World Cup with France would have been like that same summer telling a spoiled soggy yogurt like Jake Paul that he would soon knock out UFC world champ Tyrone Woodley. I'm sorry, no? Listen, I don't really want to be picking someone who's currently in the same defense as overweight pumpkins like Shad Kolasinac and Chancellor Mbemba. And yes, that is how you pronounce Kolasinac, not Kolasinac. Honestly, how did nobody tell any of the pundits a match of the day? But listen, yeah, I don't want to be picking a right wing back who this season will probably be getting changed next to both Dimitri Payet and Alexis Sanchez sharing a blueberry pie in the shower. But lads, where are all the right backs? Centre back, Rafa Varane, Man United. Rafa Varane is world class. Let's put some respect on his name. Forget the troubles at Man United. There's a 29-year-old centre half who could play for any club in the world. Ozzy, there is not a single club side on planet Earth who he would not start for. So without a doubt, get him on the plane and in the team. It's not even a question. Centre back, Jules Koundé, Barcelona. This is a bit of a left field shout, but I think Jules Koundé will be one of Varane's partners at centre back in the back 3. If I'm Didier Deschamps, I am picking him, even though he's only got 11 caps. But lads, this 23-year-old defender exploded into life at Sevilla the last 2 seasons, striking up a brilliant centre-back partnership with Diego Carlos as centre-back. Well, now Carlos is rotting in the Aston Villa treatment room and will just spend the next 8 months sadly eating Rice Krispies in his lonely flat in Birmingham. But Koundé, once he finally gets registered, he is going to be a Barcelona superstar, playing football the Xavi way. Get him in the France team now. Centre back, Presnel Kimpembe, PSG. Presnel Kimpembe is a weird one. Do PSG like him or not? Every time I look, the owners are trying to sell him. I mean, he's not even a child anymore. He just turned 27. This is a guy who's been at the club since 2005. 6 years before they were rich. So for the owners to always be looking down their nose and sneering at him, what, for not being a stylish enough name in football? Oh, it's a bit like your mum finding you a rich stepdad and him immediately trying to put you up for adoption. I'm sorry, what? No, I'm a grown man now. Don't make me go live with the weird neighbours who shower with their dogs. Listen, Kimpembe is a good, solid defender. Yeah, he'll be part of a back 3. I mean, Christ, but if Deschamps does something mental now and just chooses to insist on Clement Lenglet, someone rotting on the Tottenham bench, then it's official. Pudding for brains. Centre back Wesley Fofana, Chelsea. Okay, I know he's still officially a Leicester City player, but I'm sorry, when this squad gets picked, I think we all know he'll be a Chelsea boy. I mean, I've already touched on it. I know that Wilfred Fofana has an ego so big, I'm surprised he doesn't have morning migraines over breakfast. I mean, in his head, he's already the Fresh Prince of Chelsea. And I know apparently they've walked away from the deal, having had a £70 million bid rejected. Listen, I might believe this if there was a bidding war, like when both Manchester clubs wanted Harry Maguire, and City walked away when Leicester decided to demand a world record fee for a human postbox. You know, someone who probably stinks at pooey cornflakes. But if Man United weren't there willing to pay that money, I'm sure Leicester would have just sold him to City for about 60 million quid. But Fofana, he looks like he'd sooner jam a fork in his knob than stay with the Foxes. So yeah, it'll get done probably on deadline day. And I think if he excels in the Champions League at Stamford Bridge, then despite 0 French caps, I think he'll be in the squad. Centre back, Dea Upamecano, Bayern Munich. Dea Upamecano. I did it. I pronounced it right. Listen, this is the last centre back spot on the plane. Go on then. He had a semi-decent debut season for Bayern Munich last term, although the arrival of Matthijs de Ligt from Juventus probably sent a shiver down his crotch. This man is not guaranteed a game. I mean, he needs consistency this season, because honestly, if he has a horror show for Bayern Munich in September, you know, if he gets embarrassed in the Champions League and then gets dropped, oh, then you are easily out of the World Cup squad. And in comes his old RB Leipzig buddy Ibrahim Konate instead. Honestly, right now, it's like he's walking across a tightrope over a lake of hungry crocodiles whilst juggling 3 boxes of his mum's tampons. Honestly, Dale, don't slip, or you'll be spending this Christmas watching the World Cup on a beanbag in Germany. Left back Lucas Hernandez, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have a team stuffed with French defenders. But lads, I have found France's starting left wing back. Get in the team, an absolute top performer in the Bundesliga. To be fair, not a great year for French left backs, because let's not forget, this man is serving a 4-year suspended prison sentence. I mean, if he wasn't a rich footballer, he would be eating jail canteen with a plastic fork. So, is there cause for him not to be included in the squad then? But then again, when you remember where they're actually playing this tournament, I think morality flew out the window in 2010. I think that ship might have sailed. I mean, you might as well dig up the corpse of Ted Bundy and just chuck him out of the pitch for the opening ceremony. But yeah, Hernandez is a good player. Put him in the team. Left back, Theo Hernandez, Bayern Munich. And now, here's his brother. I know Lucas can play centre half too, but their mother probably should have slapped these children around the ears. If they were both gonna grow up to be top class professional footballers, then why do they both choose to be left backs at Atletico Madrid? I mean, they might as well both propose to the same woman. But lad, Hernandez just won Serie A for AC Milan at left back, and to me, having 2 brothers who play in the same position, both being the 2 best French left backs on the planet, how mental is that gonna be? I mean, their mother must be about as proud as Pam Paul when she has a picnic outside Madison Square. But yeah, I'm sorry, the elephant in the room, Luca Digne. I'm sorry, but since October last year, you have won 6 games of football and have mostly been an overpriced sausage roll for Aston Villa. So no, you're not making my squad. Centre midfield, Aurelien Tchouameni, Real Madrid. Aurelien Tchouameni is the business. I mean, the seamless replacement for Casemiro in Real Madrid's next wave of brilliance. He's only 22 and a ridiculously talented footballer. Yeah, I mean, he could wind up being a big fat flop at the Bernabeu, but I don't think so. Lads, if all goes well, then Monaco will have received a transfer fee of potentially 100 million euros. I mean, just what? Hopefully he's not the next Timo Bakayoko, so yeah. Stick him in the heart of midfield. Centre midfield, N'Golo Kante, Chelsea. Yeah, pretty simple this. If it, N'Golo Kante of Chelsea goes straight into the defensive midfield axis along with Tchouameni. I mean, now you might say that's not attacking enough, but lads, the attacking stuff comes later, don't worry. Keep that midfield solid with 2 utterly world-class DMs. Ozzy, Tchouameni and Kante. Nobody is getting through that. I mean, it's like trying to drive through a cement brick wall, just no. Centre midfield, Eduardo Camavinga, Real Madrid. Yeah. This is a call. Again, he's another Real Madrid starlet. He's just 19 years old, but he looks the real deal. And honestly, to me, this just feels like the footballing gods in the clouds trying to have another crack at getting Paul Pogba right this time. Honestly, do not allow this man any distractions. Do not allow him to get his own emoji on his phone. Don't let him tattoo his cat on the back of his head. Carlo Ancelotti just forced this man to concentrate on his game. Honestly, the athleticism, the control, the ball playing brilliance in midfield. I mean, last season was his teething season at the Bernabeu. But this is the one where he takes control. He is the heir to Luka Modric. Centre midfield, Paul Pogba, Juventus. This has to be the World Cup where Paul Pogba is told to sit on the bench. I know for France, Pogba has been a different beast, but no, I don't care. Last season, this man played just 20 Premier League matches for Man United. He was crippled with injury and now he's damaged his knee at Juventus. I mean, he's decided against surgery so he can rush himself back for the World Cup, but there is no way he should be in that starting 11. If he's back in time, then great. Stick him on the plane, but honestly, compared to everybody else, he's going to have the fitness levels of Winnie the Pooh. You know, that chubby bear who does no exercise and just stuffs his face with honey all day. Get him on the plane for team morale, because apparently he's a bit of a leader in the camp, but he should be nothing more than a 20-minute cameo sub. Centre midfield, Kefren Turan Nice. Do not bring Adrien Rabiot. Just don't do it. I can already smell the poisonous stench of bratish behaviour coming off him. In the same way France should have left Nicolas Anelka, Samir Nasri and William Gallas at home in 2010. I mean, I can just smell Rabiot and his dreadful mother leading a player mutiny in the camp if they don't win their first match. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of his mother, but I'm just imagining that Dolores Umbridge witch of those Harry Potter films. He's a good player at Juventus, but they chumps. He is really not worth the hassle. Honestly, he is a threat to team morale. leave him at home. So listen, who else is there for the last midfield spot? Boubacar Kamara is a good player, yes, and was fantastic for Marseille last season. But so far, I'm sensing a Steven Gerrard rot at Villa Park. And lads, if by Halloween Villa are 16th in the league and with John Terry in charge, or some weird interim coach like Sven-Göran Eriksson, then no, you don't want to bring a downtrodden Kamara. Instead, I think Nice are going to be the surprise package in Europe this season. I think they're about to finish second in the French league, and Kefren Thuram is the next breakout star in midfield. I mean, for the last 2 years, everyone was losing their mind about Marcus Thuram at Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Oh, have you seen Lillian Thuram's son? Isn't he amazing?
No, he's not. And he also spits at people in the face. He's just an average striker with the likability of a cauliflower muffin. Kefren Thuram is the one whose face should be on Lillian's mantelpiece. That guy is the real talent to come out of him. 21 years old, another talented Monaco export who is the midfield gem for Nice. And yeah, currently linked with Man United. But then again, who isn't? Give it a year and I reckon he'll be replacing Renato Sanchez at PSG. I mean, let's be honest, he's the next Gini Wijnaldum-shaped flop. So go on, Deschamps, take a risk and put him in the squad. Forward, Kylian Mbappe, PSG. Obviously. Next, forward, Karim Benzema, Real Madrid. Obviously, he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. Forward, Ousmane Dembele, Barcelona. The France front three should be Mbappe, Benzema, and Ousmane Dembele. I mean, this time last year, he was an injury-riddled mess who Barcelona couldn't wait to get rid of. I mean, Ronald Koeman looked like he would have happily stuffed Dembele into a wheelie bin and threw him off the edge of a cliff. But Xavi came in and, well, 2 goals and 11 assists in the second half of the season. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, this man is never really a goal threat. I mean, 20 league goals in 5 years at Barcelona. I mean, he cost over £100 million. What's also weird is that his favourite club is Leeds. He watches every game and he once begged Patrick Bamford for his shirt. Honestly, Jesse Marsh, why not? Why not at least attempt this in January? I mean, you never know. Dembele at Ellen Road. It would be this club's most exciting signing since they bought Rio Ferdinand. But yeah, that last forward position, it's really up for grabs. Forward, Christopher Nkunku, RB Leipzig. 35 goals for RB Leipzig last season. 35! Where did that come from? Listen, I know before that Deschamps would have looked at this guy the same way you'd look at a bag of your mother's poo. I mean, he was averaging 4 to 5 goals a season for PSG, and then Leipzig, 23 goals, 162 previous matches, and then last season, 35 in 52 games. What, did you spend last summer drinking horse steroids with his porridge? Now, after Timo Werner, I can see why Chelsea are too scared to buy RB Leipzig goal machines. I'm convinced Werner is the only reason that Nkunku did not get a big move this summer. But lads, if he's not in the France World Cup squad and the first name off their bench after the season he's had, then there'll probably be riots in the street. Forward, Kingsley Coman, Bayern Munich. Remember how in December 2018 I was told by the internet that Kingsley Coman had retired at 22. The following season, he was scoring the winning goal in a Champions League final. Yeah, sounds like a Tyson Fury retirement to me. If anything, this 26-year-old PSG reject is better than ever. Another speed merchant on the Bayern wing. Last weekend, he scored and got 3 assists in 1 single match. What an impact sub he'll be off the bench. Forward, Alisson Maximin, Newcastle. Last seat on the plane, and yeah, Antoine Griezmann has 108 caps, right? I mean, he won the Golden Boot at Euro 2016, won the Silver Boot in the 2018 World Cup. He's consistently been one of France's best players at tournaments, and oh yeah, is one of France's highest ever goal scorers. And yet, even at just 31, I'm leaving him on the couch. Lad, I am sorry, but Griezmann is done. Barcelona don't want him. Atletico don't want him, giving him just 28 minutes in the club's opening 2 matches of the season. Apparently he's just a financial pawn. Diego Simeone doesn't want to have to play him, or they'll have to give Barca money. I bet like how Everton were too scared to give Dele Alli a match. Get Alisson Maximin in the France squad instead. I don't get it. He is one of the best one-on-one dribblers in the world, and he's yet to be capped. Is this a joke? He is a fantastic footballer. The reincarnation of Hatta Ben Arfa. I mean, did nobody see last weekend when his feet nearly turned Kyle Walker blind? He is an incredible footballer. I mean, if he's not in the France squad, then something is seriously wrong. Everyone, what do you think? Let me know in the comments, let me know who would you pick in the France squad? Who have I left out? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe as always. I'll talk to you in a while.